So let's talk about the performer, ENTP, ENFP, again, right rational brain. It's the envisioning function. Now, the predominant need for this group is to be recognized, okay? The need to be recognized. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, but I do often find, if you happen to be a performer, I do often find a lot of folks, when they see this or hear this for the first time, they think, oh no, but I don't like to be the center of attention, or I don't like to be up on a stage. And it's not so much that, as much as it is how it is that in our own lives, we perform out what is going on for us, that we have a need. We really, if we're truly honest with ourselves, there is an underlying need in us to be the star. And I say us because, as I said earlier, I am one. So it's not about just doing things. It really is about performing them, that need to be seen, to really be seen, to be recognized, to feel special, right? In any and every context that we're operating within. It's the reason why I always have the best Halloween display on my block, the best Christmas display on my block. It is that creating, right? It's the performing our experiences, because it allows the world to see and to appreciate what it is that we're bringing forth. We're very quick. This style is very quick to entertain, to engage with really contagious enthusiasm, and they can be exceptionally charming, right? Really charming, influential. And the way they speak is kind of a stream of consciousness, right? So it just keeps flowing. And in fact, they will often start on the next topic before they've even finished the last one. They're very achievement oriented, very goal oriented. And so because of that, they can kind of seem like a different person depending on who they're with. And again, this is very much about their adapting in order to be what others want, playing that role of what they believe others expect of them. They really do enjoy being the center of attention. And again, it doesn't mean being up on stage necessarily, but really loving to stand out. And in fact, performers would rather not be in a group, be in a social group, be on the outside of a social group, or not participate in activity than just be one of the crowd, or not being able to be the star or be able to win. I remember watching this with my daughter as she was growing up, where normally very sort of active and willing to engage in all kinds of sports, very athletic, but if she was encountering something new and if she didn't know that she could be the best or she could win at whatever the activity was, she would stay on the sideline and observe until she figured out how she could put herself into it and get that need to be the star, and get that need to be the star met, right? And in the activity that she was pursuing. This, of all of the styles, of all of the personalities, this one is most dependent on other people in order to get the need met, because essentially they need an audience to perform for. And they're always looking for audiences and seeking out different and varied audiences. And when they're stuck with the same audience over and over again, it can become very dissatisfying. If you think about Oprah is this style, and she just kept making her audience bigger and bigger, right? So local news, in talk show, into, ultimately her own network, right? And so that growth of the audience, adding in a magazine, always expanding that audience in order to be kind of in that place of being the star. They're very image driven, so how they look, how they what they wear, how they present themselves, all very important to them. And again, they have a natural ability to kind of get in there and influence, but we also say they're very flirtatious, right? And that's part of that sort of charming, image driven, attracting certain types of people to them at all times. And they can be very generous, extremely generous, all in part of being seen in a particular way. And they have remarkable insights into people, which that it's their ability to read people and to read situations that also helps them in order to perform in whatever context it is that they're operating out of, okay? Now, when we look at the things that dissatisfy these folks, you probably get a sense from some of the things I said was a key aspect of their relationship style. Now, need dissatisfiers, just so that everybody's clear what I'm talking about, are the kinds of interactions, conversations, or activities that you have with others that actually thwart the need, that get in the way of being able to get your innate psychological need met. And that means it makes it hard to experience satisfaction when some of all of these need dissatisfiers are present in your relationships again. And this is at work, at home, in your personal life, with your family, with your children, or your children with you, right? Because as parents, sometimes when we don't understand the psychological need that's driving our children, we can accidentally thwart their need and get in their way of feeling satisfied in the relationships. And then we get all kinds of temper tantrums and bad behavior from them, right? Because if present, when need dissatisfiers are present, we're easily irritated, depressed, angered, frustrated. We find fault, we pick fights, we engage in what we call non-productive or self-protective behaviors, and we direct our energy towards getting our need met in whatever way we possibly can. When it comes to the performer, we say they will be the best of the best or they will be the worst of the worst. Either way, they're going to get recognition, right? And so if they're not getting productive and positive attention, then they are going to seek out and misbehave and act in ways to draw negative attention, because any attention is better than no attention, because that meets their need to be recognized. And you can probably think of some examples in your life. I know I've certainly seen it in mine with clients, with kids, with you know, family members across the way, where, you know, we shifting into that place of, well, if I can't win, then I'm going to go after, you know, sort of that worst of the worst scenario.